Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom Homies, produced by LK Productions. Hello, everybody. Turn the camera on here. You'll notice the background is 9 versions of my son. Today is his 38th birthday. And that's how he did go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I knew he would. It's a tradition. Yeah, it's got a raccoon, and they introduced a new one.
Never quite got into that.
Yeah, it's kind of far-fetched at times. Supposedly, and I use the word loosely, this is the last one. But I thought they said the last one was the last one, so who knows?
But I don't know. They've been playing all kinds of Star Wars stuff over DirecTV today, so I went and got sheared for my reunion tomorrow.
Yeah, Brian says he doesn't look a day over 78. No, he has the natural Stout gene of having white hair in his 30s. His still a little bit color to it. Mine at his age was pure white. Pure white.
My brother-in-law had completely white hair at 28.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, so that's why we dye our hair, I guess. I mean, she dyes my hair because it makes her happy. I could care less. If I look like Gandalf, I look like Gandalf, you know? I don't care. Makes her happy, and that's it.
Well, not to put too fine a point on it, Gandalf was a little skinnier than you or me.
Yeah. I'm still losing weight now, doggone.
Well, you're doing better than I am.
243.
I'm as heavy as I've ever been.
I'm not losing I'm losing weight, but I'm not losing the shape, if that makes any sense, you know?
Yep. So, well, that's something.
Oh, no.
I saw something just a few minutes ago you will like. There's a new study that shows that metformin actually slows down aging as well as helping diabetes.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm gaining the weight you're losing, Ski Man says. That's actually really good. Speaking of medication, I got a thing in the mail today. They upped my blood pressure medication. This is how brilliant our government works, or the VA specifically. I've been taking a 12.5 milligram pill of blood pressure medication for the last 2.5 years. I take a 25 milligram pill and split it in half, thus making it 12.5.
Yep.
Yeah. About 4 or 5 days ago, they decided they wanted me to go to 25 to see if we could get my diastolic under 90. So I've been taking the whole pill. Guess what I got in the mail today?
I didn't have.
Nope. I have a 90-day supply of brand new 25 milligram pills to go with the 90-day supply of brand new that I got a week and a half ago. Nobody talks to nobody down there.
Well, no, but it doesn't matter that it's VA. I got
across the board.
Yeah.
I have Express Scripts as my mail order drug supplier, and I'm taking Lipitor. And my doctor accidentally prescribed me a 40 milligram pill instead of a 20 milligram about a year ago.
So they wanted you
And
to
when
cut
I
it in
told him
half.
about it, he said, just take a pill cutter and cut the damn thing in half,
Yep.
which is what I've been doing. But then he wrote me a new one, so now I'm getting new mail order 20 milligram pills as well as
Yeah,
the
it's crazy.
So I mean, I'm just gonna stockpile them, and if something happens and I move or change doctors or whatever the hell happens, I'll have a backup supply until I get things straightened out again.
Sitting in there right now, I have the remainder of, that's not what I want to do. I have the remainder of this current 90 days that I'm on, and I have 3 brand new bottles of 90-day supply. So what's that? 270? I'm set.
Hey, Mr. Pink from Phoenix.
Well, if you watch very carefully, you'll see a train come across this track behind me.
I actually thought you were in church, and I'm like, what in the world are you doing in church at this time of night?
Well,
you're
I know
you're out in the
you're
outback,
doing,
aren't you?
the pink shirt is coloring other things in the picture.
So your dad has that table elevated that high?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. That is
Look,
amazing.
here comes the train. I can hear it. It's going to come from this direction.
You got to speed it up a little bit so it jumps the track.
There it is.
No, that ain't a train. That's just an engine.
That's what I was doing. I'm like looking for this train. Here comes this little bitty car.
I bought 2 of these because they were $100 a piece.
Well, hell, you can send me an extra one. I paid $125 for mine.
Yeah, Sean does have a bit of an echo. You're not on a laptop, are you?
Nope.
Wonder why you're echoing.
Because
that was a short line.
H-O-N what?
Brian says that was a short line. Yes. For Monopoly.
So, Sean, what scale is that? H-O-N?
Welcome. Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, it's H-O.
H-O, okay.
Hey,
You gotta
Josh.
speed that up so it jumps the track a little bit when it comes around the curve.
Yeah, you should at least show that one time. That'd be cool.
Real railroads have been having all kinds of derailments. You got to simulate that.
This right here is
After having me on
$300.
but I'll have a 5-minute break on a lot.
This right here is $300. Just for this.
Is that for your train?
Yeah, and it can plug anywhere in the track. So, yeah.
Oh, that's it. Put it on the track. That won't derail anything.
Huh?
You set that on the track. Here comes the train. You better move. Oh, too late.
Well, no, I actually knocked my Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is better out here than it is in my mom's bedroom.
That's interesting.
Well, Brian, with that controller, what happens if you put it where the sun don't shine and press the button?
That's the Santa Fe short line right there. Wait a minute. That's a single track to the left. I thought that was 2 tracks to the right. It is 2 tracks, but if you go to the left, isn't it? Oh, I see. It splits. All right.
Hang on. I'll show you the rest. Hang on. I bought a USB. See?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 tracks. All right.
And then I'm using a USB splitter hub. But let's see if it's long enough. And then right here, there's more tracks.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. Oh.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm a rail fan, so I like stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Then this TP link, AC, I think it's 1300, and it's better out here than it is in the house, in my bedroom.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. Hi, Rick. Hope you're feeling better.
That's a pretty good sized room. Now, if you have only had you only spend $5,000 or $6,000 more, while you could add a town and some mountains and some valleys and whatever to that layout.
Oh yeah, yeah. The price of that.
That's a big layout though. That's cool actually. I wouldn't mind having a room like that with some train stuff in it.
Did you get my email that I sent you about the photo?
The photo? No, I got the email you sent me about you wanting us to help you with your password for your Gmail.
Yeah, I wanted you to help me with that, but I sent you an email about the chat yesterday about Doug.
Oh, I got
It
that
finally-
yesterday, and again, if you'd have joined us last night, I had your answer. Doug answered that too this morning. He said he got it, and he's aware of it. If you want to get Doug's attention on Doug's chat, it's best to put at live Windows training Doug Betts and make him orange, and that way he'll see it.
Yeah, but I don't know how to. The only problem with that is I'm on a phone. I don't know how to make it on a phone.
This is,
Well, on a
That
phone,
makes
it
two of
won't
us.
automatically complete the name.
With
This
You
is-
that,
got to be doing it on a computer to make it automatically complete the name.
I don't even know how to do it on a computer. I would never try.
Well, you put at and then type LI and up will pop at live Windows training.
Right,
But you
on a
actually have
computer.
to type the first two letters. You can't voice it.
And on the phone, you have to go in and put the at sign and then actually spell it out because it will
You got
not
to
fill
type
it
the
in.
whole damn thing on a phone.
Yeah, well, that ain't gonna happen.
So you be easier for you if you were looking at it on a computer.
Yeah. Are
Yeah,
you at your aunt's house right now or back at the group home?
I'm at my aunt pop all weekend.
Okay, so
Okay.
here's what I would like you to do. You're on your AMD system or your aunt's system.
I'm on my system.
Can you log into your Gmail on your system?
No,
Okay. Can you log into your Gmail on your aunt's computer?
no.
Well, you told us a week ago you could. What's changed?
It won't let me log in on my aunt computer.
What's changed, Josh? A week ago you said you could get into your Gmail on your aunt's computer.
Oh, wait, that was probably because that was under her account. I didn't try it under mine. Whoops. Yeah, I probably can.
Okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you can leave this running, I don't care, but get on her. Oh, nice, Sean. Get
I
on
like that,
her
Sean.
computer and see if you can sign into your Gmail, and then let us know how that goes.
Hold on.
So, Sean, you going to set a bunch of those up so we can see it come by? Oh, hang on, you can't hear me. Sean, are you good?
Hook all those on the engine
Oh, that's
and then
cool.
speed it up about 5 times.
Oh, that's really cool. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can. Why couldn't we?
Because I just flipped the button on the switch. But I can be on my aunt computer and still hear you at the same time.
Theoretically, you're not supposed to be able to do that.
Oh,
We can not only hear you,
That's
but
the
we can see you. Oh, nice.
SP447, right?
yeah, I think so. Practically all this stuff is brand new. He never even got to use all of it.
So
yeah.
is that for sale?
Yep, all this is for sale.
If I had a room for it, I would make you an offer on it. Unfortunately, I don't have room.
And boy, I know that feeling. Uh-oh, it looks like that one pole over there is about to fall off the block.
I couldn't fit all of that stuff in my garage.
You
It's
couldn't
too
set all
long.
that stuff in my house, let alone my garage. Sean, put a doggone car behind that engine. It looks lonely.
And then speed it up to where it's rocking a little bit as it comes around the curve. Oh, you ought to be able to get a reasonable amount of money for all of that, Sean. That's a nice layout.
Yes, it is.
It's not all constructed out with a town or mountains or whatever, but the basic stuff is all there. That's worth some money.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got the basic stuff. He's got it elevated already.
Yep.
Man,
Put this one on the track. And see if it'll pull it. Give me a
it
second.
should. I don't
Boy,
know why it wouldn't. Jacob says,
that's a
hey,
big
hey,
room.
hey.
There's
Hello,
an echo
Jacob.
in it.
Rick is asking, where's the setup at? I believe it's in what he calls the Outback, which is that building out behind his house, which is a big garage or a barn.
Yeah, I logged in on my account.
Okay, so what you need to do then is figure out how to get your password from that account that you're logged into, write it down, take a picture of it or whatever, then go back to your account on the AMD and use that password, and you should be able to log in.
Yeah. So, Josh, are you using a password manager?
If I am, it would have to be
Well,
Michael.
no, I mean you either are or you aren't. And when you do you log in to LastPass or RoboForm or something like that first?
No, the only thing I'm using on here is just Microsoft Edge.
So you keep your password in Edge.
Right.
Then you ought to be able to look at it in Edge.
Yeah.
See what it is, at least
Yep.
copy it down, take a picture of it, whatever, and then you'll have to re-enter it on the other computer.
Yep. And it should work.
I would suggest if you can figure out how to do it,
I'm
get
wondering
a
if
password manager and not rely on your browser. Browsers are notoriously insecure for keeping passwords. And if you
I'm
need, I'm sure
wondering-
Doug could help you with that on one of these weekends.
I'm wondering if I sign into my Microsoft account, if it'll bring everything
Well,
over.
for Gmail, you can use another account as your user ID. I mean, that really doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a Gmail name as your user ID. You will have a Gmail mail account, but it can be any user ID like Josh at Outlook.com or Josh at whatever Microsoft used to use. Sean's getting his exercise tonight.
Yeah. Oh, stop right there. Why didn't you stop right there? Oh, my.
That train can run faster than you can, Sean. Roy Kerr, you are correct.
All right, it's coming around. I looked at the boxcar code.
I don't even see facility on here.
And they're disconnected.
I had stepped out. Mrs. K heard a noise and thought it was me. I heard the same noise and thought it was her, so we were trying to determine what it was.
Neighbor's cat.
Possibly. I don't know. Except our neighbors, both our neighbors to each side have dogs.
Oh, okay. Neighbor's dog. Then.
There was a neighborhood cat that hadn't been seen in a while. Of course, they said they seen a coyote recently, so maybe the cat and the coyote got together.
Yep.
Coyote's getting smarter. He's chasing cats instead of road runners.
Well, that needs to be believed.
So, Sean, you said you or you hooked up another car to the thing.
Yeah.
So the only way this is a better setup, seriously, let me see what happens when I do that. Let me make one slight change here, and I'm going to make this so much better for everybody on
It's
YouTube.
not showing me the option.
That should... That's a little bit better. The only way this setup is better is if Sean or his dad was to put a flip section in there, and instead of having to bow under the track, he'd just flip it up and walk through.
That's how much, that thick wiring right there
Oh yeah, it's an involved hobby. I mean, you think,
Yeah.
lay down the track, put the train on it, and go. You don't. It's involved.
Yeah, just make sure you get a reasonable price for that. That's a nice setup.
Oh, cool.
I mean, it doesn't have all of the decoration and stuff on it yet, but you have got the basic setup that a lot of people would like.
Could you just speed it up?
Yep.
You know, that train can go faster than you can.
Speed it up again. One more time.
Well, I want to see it tilt when it comes around the curve near you.
So is that a slight elevation he was working on over there on the right-hand side?
Over here,
Yes.
it's actually done. It's
Oh.
complete. It's like the mountain somewhere in another state.
Okay.
It's where the train goes
The
under.
camera's
Oh, it
tilted,
goes. It's
and
a
I think
tunnel then.
I think it's an illusion.
Yeah, there's tunnels. Yeah, there's,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I've
tunnels.
seen some fantastically laid out
Yep.
designs where they have
Well, he's
elevation
got some stuff
changes
that
and
wasn't
hills
quite done
and
yet.
yeah,
We can
that's
see there where two tracks might move on to that section closest to us there if you had the more rails.
Here it comes. It's coming really fast. It's all the way up too, by the way. So
I want to see it tilt over a little bit as it comes around the curve.
here it comes. It's coming.
Faster.
that's good right there. That is actually
That's
awesome.
cool.
Huh?
Yeah. You have any more cars you can put behind it? Hello, John Alloy Sr. Good to see you. That has great potential. Oh, it does. And I'm in the same boat Jeff does. If I had a building or the space, I would scrape together the money to buy it off of him. I've always wanted to put together a train room anyway. But there's nowhere in this house I could do that. Even the garage, if I were to come across the garage and, store the car outside, which would be silly, it's not even big enough.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen these setups right here where they will put curtains or plywood or something down to the floor to hide the structures. And you could tell he was setting this up because the boards on the right are painted and the boards on the left are still not painted. I mean, you could just tell. You could tell he really had
He
an
was
interest
working
in
on it,
this. Yeah.
That's cool,
Oh.
as
That's
Tim would say.
Long Dog says, and when you start to have an elaborate track, I've seen guys punch holes in the wall, continue along the wall into other rooms. Hardcore for the hardcore people. Yeah.
There's a YouTube video out there someplace where it shows a guy where he's got the track running along the floor and it goes out of the house, into the garage, out into the yard, and around and back into the house.
Yep. That's popular in Germany. I've seen a lot from Germany like that. When we were looking for our house in Vegas, obviously she looks at things differently than I do, but we walked into this one house and up about 7 feet in the air and 2 or 3 feet down from the ceiling, there was a ledge about 8-9 inches in width. And my first thought was, wouldn't a train look so cool? Because it was in every room.
Yep.
So you could knock a hole in the wall real super easy and have a train running through your entire house.
Yeah, Ken, do you know where Williams, Arizona is?
I do, yes.
For our 40th wedding anniversary, my wife and I went to Williams and we rode the train down to the Grand Canyon and back. But someplace over there, or on the way there, we ran into a little restaurant and there was a train theme there, and we were sitting down in the restaurant, but up high around the walls on a ledge, they had a model train that went around the whole room of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
You could
kinda
put
cool.
alcohol on the tracks.
Yeah, but look, I can do it while it's on, and it doesn't matter. It's not gonna do anything.
Well, you don't have any hair to lose anyway.
I don't want to set up a pin.
Here comes 2 cars.
Seriously?
That looks good, Sean. You slowed him down though, didn't you?
No, 23. It's not at 28 yet.
Oh, by adding that second cart, slowed him down that much?
Yeah, it's 91% alcohol. Is what my dad used to clean.
19.
Nice. I've been trying to follow it when it gets on the other end. It looks like it goes.
Either this one or the set. It's a set
19.
right here.
Okay, so is it singular track down the left side or is it dual track down the left side? Like the right side? Is it dual track all the way around?
No, it's just the dual track is just right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Oh no, there's more. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Looks to me like you could run 2 trains at once on separate tracks.
That's what I was getting ready to have him try to do.
There's 10 tracks over there, and over here, all around the side, there is it's electric. I have to plug it in, and I just flip some switches, and they change by itself.
Okay, so is there any way you can run 2 trains at the same time?
Yeah. Let me see if I can get one. I need to find one that I can run. Hang on. I'll find one.
In theory, you could probably run 4 trains on right behind each other and have them go different
Yeah,
tracks.
Brian's
Yeah.
quoting Johnny Cash.
Yeah, I hear the train a coming.
Hear the train
It's
a-comin',
rolling around the
rolling around the
bend.
bend.
I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in
Folsom Prison.
Nope, YouTube blues.
You see that?
Yes.
That's just part of the power. That's a big ass capacitors. You see that?
Yep, we see it.
And then there's a track board that has all the wires hooked up to it.
What happens if you take the 2 wires?
And there's the DCC. That's the DCC power unit. And that's hooked up into that other capacitor thing on the.
Yeah, what happens if you take the 2 wires out of the capacitor and then sort of test it like you lick the 2 posts on the battery?
No. No.
Cut the red wire. So
Like the way we used to
he
test a
can't
9-volt battery.
okay, he goes
see if
down
it
to there,
still
and
had
that's
any
up against
power
the
in it.
wall.
That's pretty cool, though.
It is. Now the
On
left-hand
this
side.
of the wall- This side of the wall right here, on the other side is where my dad kept his truck and trailer.
Okay.
The doorway, you see all the way down there, you can see the wooden doorway down there.
Yep.
That's where his clean room was, and then that wall where the pictures are, on the other side of that is the wood shop.
Well, now, Sean, did
Damn, go on it.
your dad have any professional relationship to railroading?
No, but he remembers the magazines, and he'd always get like free rides on trains if he wanted to. He took the Union Pacific once. And we got, for my graduation present, I got to ride up in front with the engineer. Me
Right.
and my dad did, so.
Yeah, years ago out here, Ken, I went to a barber, had a little place over on Charleston near the community college.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was going to see him, he was about 90 years old, still barbering. And
That's the club that he belongs to, or
Nice.
that he did belong to.
anyway, but
His little apron, his work apron.
this old guy that I went to for barbering came to Las Vegas in 1938, and he worked for the railroad. And he bought a little house from the railroad for $800 back in 1938.
Wow.
And then for years and years, he was a conductor. And so he would work for the railroad for 4 days, and then he would get 4 days off, during which he barbered. So he did that like for, I don't know, nearly 50 years. He was just kind of an interesting character.
Yeah, we have.
And at 90 years old, he still had steady hands. He could give me a good haircut.
We have the Children's Museum here in Indianapolis, and it used to be when my kids were younger that it had in the entire basement was a train layout. It was
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
Yep, we see you putting it on the track.
So I'm making sure this is DCC, because if it's not, it'll blow the whole track out.
Not seeing any sparks, so that's good.
You'll see smoke and fire coming out of those two boxes that I just showed you. This is just DC.
And then another cool thing they had, which didn't last here when the kids were younger, they had a pizza place.
I don't want to use a Microsoft account.
All right, Brian.
Okay, let's see if I remember how to hook up the engines at the
Anyway,
top.
it was a pizza place that had a train set that went from the kitchen to each individual table. And when you ordered, your pizza was brought to you on a model railroad train set. It's no longer in business, by the way. It was actually pretty cool. Uh-oh. Give it a little, there you go. Well, that brings back memories. Remote control, and you give it a little start. So where's the other one at now?
Huh?
Did you park it?
No, it's running over there. It's all the way over there.
Oh, you put it on a different set of tracks.
Yeah, I just put it on a different set of tracks.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to get this one back on track.
She's going to need a bigger train for my pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, Ken, I'm hoping to go back to Williams next year sometime. I have a friend near Waco, Texas. He actually lives outside of Gatesville. And he's got a railroad speeder he's fixing up.
That one's not working.
And once or twice a year, the Grand Canyon Railroad lets people come there and ride their speeders from Williams down to the Grand Canyon and back.
Nice.
So I'm hoping when he gets his going, we've made sort of an agreement. He lets me know, and I'm going to go to Williams and go down to the Grand Canyon and back on the speeder with him. He's married to my late wife's ex-sister-in-law. But we're all still pretty good friends.
So Ski Man said, has anyone ever raced slot cars? Yes, my dad was big into
That
that.
ain't nobody
Has anybody? Oh,
I've done it.
slot cars.
And there's still a place over on the
Really?
south side of Indianapolis that you can go in and race your slot cars, or you can rent their slot cars and race them if you'd like. It's pricey. There's also a place, or there was a place in Vegas when I lived out there that had the same thing.
I'm not familiar with that one. I'll have to look around.
I'll have to remember where it was at. I used to go in there. Lauren and I go in there all the time just to watch them. Then some of them guys are talented. I mean, talented.
Well, no, you got to know what the hell you're doing, or you
Oh,
just
sure you
jump
do.
the track and you're gone.
Right, because if you do what you want Sean to do and set the speed up and don't slow
Yeah,
it down
I mean, you're
going
just
into the
gonna jump it
corner,
and
and
you're dead.
yeah, I see a lot of cars go flying off the track. I will
Well,
get
you
over
probably
there.
gonna see a little bit of that tonight, but Sean's not accommodating.
Yeah, yeah. I'll get over to that place and see if they'll allow me to shoot some video, and I'll
Yeah.
demonstrate it one night or one day.
Well,
on a
I'm looking
premiere.
forward to you going to the fair next year with that guy, if he's still there.
I'm looking forward to me going to the fair this year in about 3 months, actually.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I know it.
The
I
next
know
time the
it.
fair
I know.
comes.
Photo Mix Media, Jose in the house.
Do you know the way to find Jose?
Greetings, homies.
Local.
Hey, homie.
What's up?
Kind of slow there. Oh, you slowed it down, though. I raced slot cars 2 years ago and got into electric brushless racing in 1/8 mile. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's another
All right.
pricey hobby.
Yep.
So did your dad have any scenery laying around anywhere, or is it just the basic layout?
There's scenery, down all the way down there, there's like buildings and houses and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like he was starting towards the back on the right side to add some more stuff. Yeah, but I mean, there's a a lot of stuff there that gives somebody a great start.
Oh gosh, yes. Gosh, yes. I mean, he's got the track, he's got the setup already elevated, he's got the trains, got all the. I mean, shoot,
And
that's,
Jose's taking Friday night off from the ladies.
he's at his
Well,
sisters. I'll bet. Are you at your sisters?
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys don't know where I just came from.
Oh, I know where you
All
just
right.
came from. I did get your email, by the way. I'll go look at it in a minute.
Cool.
I think I know what it is, but Jim says out of 22 sets of photos and negatives, I'm finally moving on to 1984. Okay.
Well, but which set is that? Is that like number 12 or is that like number 20?
Number 3.
Oh, after 22 set. So he's in set 23. Wonder how many sets he has altogether.
I thought he told us at one time. For some reason, the number
sure he
40
did.
is sticking out in my head. I don't remember, though. Maybe I
He's
dreamed.
persistent. Well,
Sean,
a lot of
come
patience
back.
to do that right.
He did. Wintermate says 40, so for some reason 40 was sticking out. When I was a kid at Christmas time, a lot of us got train sets, and it was not long before they were tore up. Yeah, I have 2 Christmas train sets. I kind of like that. I did not put the track up this year. It's kind of cool.
Well, what I got way back in the day was a Lionel, the one with the 3 tracks.
Yeah.
I guess there's a hot rail on that one.
Yeah.
Sort of like in the subway.
How many people here remember the Hot Wheels with the track, and you'd set it up to do the crazy
Yep.
things?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could
You
make
want-
the car go
I
around
still got
like
the-
that and jump or something.
I still got 2 boxes of Hot Wheel cars from 1960, some forwards.
Yep.
Yep. Uh-oh, I think Sean gave up. That is a great little setup there he's got.
That, yeah, I mean, it would take some work, but you could really make that into something tremendous.
Oh, gosh, yes. Yeah.
83.
No, wait for
Oh, Jim. All right.
I have no clue what I'm doing.
I'm going to unspotlight Sean for the moment till he gets a second train up and running.
Excuse me.
And I'm going to go back to the Zoom. And I'm going to take this off. Well, I'll just leave that full screen. That looks to be all right. Yeah, I'll just leave that full screen. So, Josh, any progress?
No. I thought if I signed into my Microsoft account, it would bring everything over, but it didn't.
You're not going to bring Gmail over by using Microsoft.
Nope. You say you're using Microsoft Edge, and then you sign into your Gmail, right?
Yeah.
And you think you're using the Microsoft Edge password manager?
Yeah.
There
But
should
there's
be.
no-
I don't use Edge at all, but there should be a way in Edge for you to actually get a picture of that password.
Or
Yeah.
Does
Yeah, but
Edge have
well,
something like
yeah.
Firefox where you can sync things across devices?
Yeah, but the problem is there's so many freaking passwords in there.
It'll say Gmail. It'll have your Gmail ad. It'll say Joshy Kinder, blah, 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 whatever it is. That'll be the one you want. There probably are a lot of passwords, but you only want the one that deals with your Gmail. Wintermute saying search on Gmail. Or if you want, after the stream is over, I can connect in and we can see if we can figure it out that way and go from there. But
Yeah, what-
I ain't going to be here all night because, as I predicted last night, we're going to Illinois tomorrow.
we're gonna what?
Mrs. K and I are going to Illinois tomorrow.
Relatives?
Oh, I would love to go see relatives. Well, I
No,
guess in a way it's relatives. We're going to the Filipino store, so sure, relatives, that
no.
works.
Okay. All right.
You
Well,
guys were
no,
going
no.
to Illinois?
No, I meant she's got some relatives there, right? Someplace?
Yes, up in Chicago.
All right.
Jose, I'm not sure because I got to go in there and not throw it together hastily. I want to do it somewhat semi-professionally. I want to do you guys justice. So, um, maybe we could work on that. I don't know. We'll see. Of course,
Well,
you
you
guys
wanna
are
get
wondering
the
what we're
quality
talking
from
about.
somebody that's got 3.5 days of experience at least.
I don't know how come find a damn thing.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm getting there. I'm building my 3.5 seconds up slowly but surely. And stop calling
Oh
me
no,
Shirley.
When you
you
guys
can
coming
claim at
back?
least 3.5 months now, I would think.
What were you gonna ask, Josh?
When you guys coming back to Illinois? Coming back?
Tomorrow. Just a day
Oh,
trip.
you're doing a same day trip.
We're doing a 1 day trip. We're leaving here about 7 in the morning, and then because of some things she wants to try to do in the afternoon, we'll have to be back here about, I don't know, 2:30 or so. And then because I would still like to get a round of golf in sometime this weekend. VH Ringer is doing a live show right now, or it might be I think it's live. I just got notification on my phone. I wonder.
Dare I ask, have you heard any more from BH?
Have not heard one word from him actually.
Hmm.
Still.
All right.
He did say hello. He was first the other day on a live stream. That was it.
Okay.
Is Josh going to? No, Josh is not going to Illinois with us. Unless he can miraculously show up at my doorstep by 6:30 tomorrow morning. Josh, I suggest you start walking. Oh, that clock's broken. It's 11:30. No, I made the foolish mistake of saying, tomorrow is your day. What would you like to do? And without hesitation, she said, let's go to Champaign. I told you guys. Did I not predict this earlier in the week? I figured it would be Charleston, Champaign. They both begin with CH. So, Filipino store. Yes, correct. So, I had to have.
Which one you going to then?
Yeah. Well,
One right here is $230.
I had to have a little fun with her. And I said, why are we going to the Filipino store? And she said, to get Filipino food. Like, I didn't know that already. And I said, what kind of Filipino food? And she said, Filipino food. I said, no, you're being general. I want specifics. And that just made her mad. So I decided I wasn't going to pursue that very much longer. Yeah, I actually, Jose's still here. I actually did a poll with 2 pictures, one of the Roadrunner and one without the Roadrunner. Doing the poll is not that difficult. The problem that both nobody likes, Brian and myself, is it's going to be vertical instead of horizontal. You're going to have A and B vertical instead of A and B horizontal. And we could not figure out a way to change them around.
Okay,
Now,
that's fine.
you being a consummate professional that you are with 3.5 years experience, you might know how to change that around.
Maybe, but in terms of the ratio, I saw something last night they were showing.
You can change the ratio in the picture all you want, but it's going to make it YouTube standard of a little bitty square. That was the other thing we didn't like.
I think I saw something else afterwards when you're sharing your screen. The thing is that I was on my phone and anyways.
Yeah, you miss a lot on the phone sometimes. I mean, not you specifically, but whenever you're on your phone with YouTube, you miss quite a bit. Like the older engine looking, Sean. Yeah, I do too. If you could get it to work.
Get that steam engine going there.
Put it on the same track as the other one just for now, just to get it going and see if it works. Maybe that track's not got power to it.
It tried to move
It's
once.
got power?
I saw
Okay.
it.
I don't know anything. I have no experience in this stuff.
So my aunt
Filipino store,
tried to flip
her
today.
recipes are secret. No, they're not secret. Get that out of there.
My aunt tried to flip for the computer today.
Your aunt did what?
My aunt tried to flip for the computer today.
And obviously it works, right?
Yeah, but she broke the speaker in the process. She made the knob come off the speaker.
There's a speaker knob on your Switch.
No, the speaker is on the back of the desk. And she was looking for the button. She didn't realize that I flipped it over to my computer. And she was trying to figure out how to flip it back because people used to using the same computer.
Let me stop this one real fast.
So John Aloy is saying that the engine has to be programmed into the controller. Sean, did you catch that?
What?
John Aloy is saying the engine has to be programmed into the controller.
That's what I did.
Oh, okay. All right.
My dad's custom, so all the numbers on the side of the train,
Yep.
there's 3 numbers, and then there's 2 numbers. When you put the DCC modules into them, he programmed the engines to run off the number off the side of them. So, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can take this one off the track. Let me see if I can put this one back on the track. And see here.
Where's it gone out? In the basement?
It's in a building out behind his house. So I need to go find, while this is going on.
Who owns the building? Does he own it?
It's his mom, and he and his mom are his mom. Yes.
Really nice flame fell up.
There it goes. Oh, wait, I still have that.
There it go. Whoop, hold on. Never mind. Hang on just a second.
So, I don't know if you can see the remote, but. So there's a button here that you have to hit select flow, or the train. You go 1, 5, 8, enter, and then you program it.
Generally speaking, on Wall Street,
Okay.
I think a lot of people have had the wrong kind of grandmothers. I think few business operations have ever been constructed to require so little continuing intelligence and
We have a
corporate
ghost. We have audio and nobody's box is lighting up. That's interesting.
An idiot who was willing just to sit here would have a very good record long after the present incumbents were dead.
I think would be unreasonable to expect.
Anybody
that
have any
Professor
idea
would
where that's coming from?
Be as good at making new investments as
I
one
hear
in
Dale.
the past. Well, that's just too damn bad.
Gary is not in here. He can't get in.
If you mix the mathematics of the chain
But
letter,
there's
with the
clearly
Ponzi
somebody
scheme,
got some audio running.
there's
Oh, it's
some
Sean.
legitimate
Sean himself.
development
That's why we couldn't see it, because he was
development of the internet.
spotlighted.
You are mixing something.
Nope. Now
which
it's
is
Jeff.
wretched and irrational and has bad consequences.
Jeff,
with
are you
something
watching
that,
something?
has very good consequences. But you know, if you mix raisins with turds, they're still.
It was Jeff. I muted him. No, I had to stop sharing to go see if the box was lighting up. Go ahead.
I was about to say something if you said Jose.
I would have gotten there sooner or later. I mean, Jeff is alphabetically first. Image poll guidelines suggest ratio. We suggest a 1-to-1 ratio because that's how the images are shown in the feed. Viewers can see the full image by clicking to expand it. Okay. We will look into that. And I've got Sean re-spotlighted. Wow, Stealth Mode's been married 26 years today, and he says, Happy Cinco de Mayo, and he's also saying happy birthday to my oldest son for the next 22 minutes, and then I'll change my background. I do not have one prepared, by the way. Not sure what we're going to get. It's going to be a lot like a box of chocolates. You never know what your background's going to be. I am going to bring up my avatar, and I'll be right back. I'm out of water. Long Dog says his birthday is tomorrow. Well, happy early birthday.
All right, let's see if this will work now. Let's plug these back into it.
This will take us to the community tab of your YouTube channel, so you can also open up that if you want.
And there's that one. This one is just my run already.
Well, I see the timer hasn't kicked in yet from the macro. I got my water. I got some coffee. Audio's still working. Yeah.
Yep.
We're still sharing a screen of Sean. Plus, those watching the YouTube stream, you see there's two of me. There's my avatar. And in the upper left-hand corner of the stream, there is my daily Da Vinci setup, which is weird because that's not right.
I'll have to look at this one and clean it really good. And then maybe it'll run. It's dirty, so this one's not gonna run. And the only one I found that actually works.
Johnny Rotten, long Johnny Rotten Dog. Boy, what a name. Your mom and dad clearly did not like you. Were you the first child or the last child? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he was probably the last child. With a name like Long Johnny Rotten Dog. Mom and dad did not like him. Oh, he's the first. So they were experimenting with names then. Okay. I got to figure out what's wrong with that clock. Probably the battery wore out. Nice clock. I like it, but it's just the batteries don't last long. Using the same computer for both my streams. Actually, I'm only using one computer. So technically, yes. I'm using OBS, and I have a scene that I call Da Vinci camera with green screen right here, and that's what puts this camera over here. If I come over here to OBS and turn the camera off, then the camera will go away in about 3 seconds. You have to be watching the stream. This isn't on Zoom. And then if I turn the background off, the background will go away in about 3 seconds.
Well, why not?
Because I haven't figured out how to incorporate this into Zoom yet, or vice versa. And then if I bring the background back on, there's about a 3-second delay I'm noticing tonight. Now I have all this to where it can't be moved. Right now I have it locked down, so when I go to move it, I keep forgetting I have it locked, and I'll spend about a half hour going, and then I'll remember, oh, it's locked, and then I can go in here to OBS and I can actually highlight it, and then I can move this to wherever I want. So if I wanted this to be all about me, I'd put that right there, and then I'd turn the camera back on, and then I'd take that and put that right there, and then it's all about me. Just an OBS function. And then if I wanted to, I could make me as big as I wanted. Or as small as I
I'd
wanted.
say something, but you'd probably smack me.
Go ahead. I can't smack you. Wait, is it DaVinci Resolve related?
No,
Oh, go ahead and say it then.
no.
Oh, it's all right. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I promise I won't have a co-host put you in the waiting room. Speaking of co-hosts, we're kind of missing somebody tonight. Do what?
They say, please, please, please. Let it go.
So yeah, I've been messing around with this because I like to have it down here in the lower right-hand corner, but that covers up a lot of stuff on DaVinci itself, and I found it best up there in the upper left. So yeah, it's just now when Sean's computer finally gets here, I will use that strictly for DaVinci Resolve, and I've got to figure out how to tie the two computers into one another, which should be easily done. They're on the same network, so that I can utilize the DaVinci Resolve stuff in and on the streaming. I'm not sure what Jim was referring to. There's that Doug reference again. He says, "Oh, I think we can fix that at Ken Stout Live." I'm not sure what you're wanting to fix, but okay.
You said something about co-host.
Oh, yes. Well, it's not needed right now. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
Haven't gotten one text, haven't gotten one call, I better shut up before I jinx myself.
What in the world did you say to him?
I will tell you when the stream ends.
Okay.
It's not suited for streaming.
Okay.
I'm a fast mover.
Hi, Jim.
Hello.
I don't know that I'm necessary. Oh, good Lord, Sean, what are you bringing out? Half the town of Arizona?
There's a guy that's coming to get some, train stuff from out of the south.
Oh, okay.
Put everything down on a key in my electric room with my so,
Go ahead and remove the spotlight. Go back over here. This should come back up the way it's supposed to be. We should still be full screen. And we are. Good.
Whoop background.
Do what?
Whoop background.
That's my oldest son. Today's his birthday.
Okay.
I created that last night while we were on the after stream Zoom. Just a
Happy birthday.
He's 38 today. Took me, I don't know, a few minutes. Oh, whose face am I blocking right now? Nobody. This is weird because sometimes the mouse shows up. Are we live? We are live. Sometimes the mouse shows up on the stream, and just like now, it's not. Right now, I've got it in the middle of Sean's track, but it's not showing up on there. So that's. Oh, you know what? I'll bet you. Let's see if this is it. So if I take that down, see if that 3, 2. Yeah, when you're full screen, I'm gonna have to remember that. So right now I'm windowed, and you can see the mouse moving around on the YouTube stream in Sean's box. If I go full screen. And I go back to move. Oh, there. You seriously are not going to do that.
Yeah, I see a hand in the middle.
Yeah, well, that's my mouse. So a while ago, that wasn't working. So that theory didn't work. Never mind. That's because I don't have 35 and a half plus years of experience. That's Michael Jackson's other glove. Yes. Speaking of our boy in the other side of Phoenix, how many streams he do today?
The only one that I'm aware of.
I got notification for 2.
You sure?
Maybe he scheduled one.
He scheduled his usual Friday.
Well, yeah, but I got that notification. I actually watched about 35 seconds of it.
Yeah, something about the hot dog computer finalization.
Right.
Yeah.
And I watched it when he was running the wires through the side of the case, and he put the front back on, and he said something. Enough of that. I'm done. Turn that off. Ski Man, go back and catch up. I'll call you if it's. There we go. There comes the macro kicking in. It's been 1 hour. John Aloy says, good evening. See you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be 9 o'clock as it stands right now. I plan on being back from the 1-day trip and enough time to do that at 9 o'clock. It's going to say 10:30. That's because your host didn't change the time. Now, having said that, it's probably not going to say 10:30. It's probably going to say something stupid, but who knows? You just can't keep good help these days. I told myself, I said, Ken, you better get better at this or I'm going to fire your ass.
Which
I just
Ken
looked
is
at
that?
myself and I said, fire me.
So now, in addition to multiple Dougs, we have multiple Kens.
Oh, we've always had multiple kids. You guys just didn't know it. I like
Are
to
you
How
keep
many
feeling
personalities?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You got a
That's-
lot of mileage out there.
10:30.
Yeah, I knew, kind of knew that. I did get the Saturday right, though.
Are you feeling okay, Ken?
Whatever. Yeah, I am feeling okay, but whatever this
Meep, meep.
stupid head cold nonsense is, I can't get rid of it.
Hey, where's the picture of what's her face on the sign?
That was a one-time deal only.
Okay.
Maybe that's why our friend is not here. I don't know. So I'm going to hit the button. Thank you,
Could
everybody.
be.
See you tomorrow.
Could be.